Hello, guys, and welcome to a little something different today. There's really nothing going on in the tropics, but there is a lot going on in terms of not earthquakes, but volcano eruptions and tsunamis that are affecting a lot of people in the Pacific today. Most importantly, Tonga and all those surrounding countries like New Zealand and Japan, they're meeting with some 7 to 10 foot tsunami waves that are breaking into the coast, or did break into the coast earlier today, or still may be ongoing at this current point in time. So, as we see, here is a post on Twitter from Ryan McGinnis of the explosion here on the satellite loop here. You can see how explosive this eruption was, and as you see that the smoke field, the smoke cover went all the way up into the atmosphere, and that's why you see that big blossom of clouds there, because that's going all the way up into the air there. Also, as you can see here, you can see the shock wave that came from this underwater volcanic eruption here, and it's traveling at a pretty good clip, at least at that current point in time. Honestly, I don't know how many times the shockwave has went around the Earth, but from what I've heard, Krakatoa, when that erupted, um, you could hear that from about 3,000 miles away. But with Tonga, you could have heard that almost 6,000 miles away, all the way to Anchorage, Alaska, and that's freaking amazing. That's almost double the amount of space that Krakatoa did in the 1800s. So this is a pretty damn violent eruption that just occurred last night in you know, with the eruption that big, you can kind of expect some tsunamis to go with that, and that's exactly what we have had over the course of the last 6 to 12 hours of tsunamis that have affected coastlines around the Pacific Ocean, like Tonga itself. You know, they got devastated with 4 to 5 foot standing waves that rushed on shore. You know, they could have been even bigger waves on top of that. So like Japan and New Zealand are getting about 7 to 10 footers, or yeah, somewhere around there. And then California, not that long ago, got inundated with about 4 foot waves. So this is traveling pretty quickly here, as you guys can see. Also, speaking of shock waves, here is a station in Miami, Florida, or the Key, not Miami, but Key West, of a pressure wave from Tonga Hunga. So, as you can see here, that around the 9:20 mark, 9:20 a.m. mark, the pressure spiked up to around 30.16 inches, which I have no idea what that is in what I usually use in millibars. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting spike there, to say the very least. All right, so here is a look at some of the waves that we saw, crashing on shore, some of these locations. So you've had, King Cove, Alaska, clocking in at 2.8 feet above ground of rushing waves coming on shore. Um, Here's Fort St. Louis California at 4 foot, and you can just see, yeah, some of these may not, zero point 0.6 inches, 1 foot, 2.7. You might say, that's not a very big wave, but when it comes to regular waves, sure, whatever. But when we're talking about tsunamis that are actually rushing inland, those are gonna wipe you off your feet and take you back out to sea if you are caught in the crossfires of any of these waves that are coming in. Even a half an inch can sweep you off your feet with a tsunami. Depending on how fast it's going. So, never underestimate a tsunami wave as they are coming on shore. So, with that being said, the tsunami threat doesn't end with this. I mean, Tonga can still be going off for a good bit still, and some were saying that even the biggest eruption is still to come with that volcano. So, you know, we may see an even bigger tsunami than we've already had. You know, going forward, depending on how the volcano wants to cooperate and how it feels. And if it really wants to explode even farther than that. So, with that being said, we were taking a look at the tsunami page here, and as you can see, there's tons of reports of threats here. Reaching from Japan to Australia, New Zealand, Chile, and Peru. Much of Central America is in the crosshairs. We've already had advisories up, which those were actually warnings because the tsunami actually went into those coasts. Um, some of them were warnings, anyways, but I guess advisories are less than a 1 meter above ground. So those may be correct, but I'm sure the ones in between were warnings because there were, like I said, I showed you guys of tsunami waves of up to 4 feet in height. And as you can see, it's just a tsunami barrage here of purples, which is threats. So we're looking at China, even Philippines, Taiwan, uh, just everywhere in the Pacific is at danger with this ongoing tsunami and this volcanic eruption that is going on right now. So I just want to make people be aware that the tsunami threat is real. And like I said, here in a little bit, places like Chile and Peru are going to get in on this action as we go out through time. Anyways, yeah, this was a different type of video than what I'm used to be making. But the tropics is kind of dead right now, so this is a serious situation that I want everybody to be paying attention to. That's why I decided to make this video today because I want people to be aware of the threat. Anyways, if this threat continues throughout the next however long, I will continue to keep track of it as long as there is no tropical trouble out there. And if there is any tropical trouble out there, I'll be covering both at the same time. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.